guest is...
Our secret guest
is... Brian Cox, a returning guest.
No, not a returning guest, but our first same named guest, James. Because of course, we've had the scientist Brian Cox, but he would never come back because we upset him by asking him questions about science. We now have the wonderful actor Brian Cox, James. What an actor, what a career, what a
national treasure, of course.
National treasure.
Absolutely love Brian Cox.
Yes.
I was a fan of Brian Cox for a long time, and then he did Succession and like went to even higher heights.
The stratosphere.
So quite excited and intimidated, a little bit nervous about interviewing Brian Cox.
What characters this man has played, James? Logan Roy, of course.
But
you've got to be looking at Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, well, you pointed out this is our
William Stryker.
This is our first Lecter, of course.
It's our first striker.
And our first striker.
Yes. Our first Lecter, not our first cannibal.
Really?
Sebastian Stan, did he play a cannibal?
He did play a cannibal.
Yes.
He was trying to eat Daisy because wasn't he?
Yes.
Little rascal.
Yeah.
But
well, we can maybe ask Brian about human flesh.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. We always have to ask the cannibals about human flesh, and we always ask people to pick iced tea if they've met iced tea. Those are the two rules of the pod.
We're bound to those, and we can't help it. Our hands are tied when that happens. William Stryker, does he eat stuff?
Not sure. I don't think he sees Stryker eat.
Really.
Doesn't like mutants, though.
Doesn't like mutants, which is a shame. We'll probably drill into that. We'll drill into that, because he should...
Yeah. But as far as I'm aware, James, Brian Cox does not play a cannibal.
A track.
Next ring's not close, people.
The ring is far and closing in one. Tracker dart out. The ring is far and closing in one. Andiamo, ragazzi. Optics here. Close range.
Evo harvesters are now available.
We've got 45 before the ring closes, and a lot of ground to cover.
Facing a gate.
Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Ten seconds until the ring closes. It's close though. Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
The ring's moving. Going to burn if we don't get inside.
fight to the death. Disconnect. Bullseye. Enemy tracked.
Enemy fuel cracked.
Bullseye. Enemy tracked. Enemy here. Nobody look.
Crashing and burning over thermite.
Not used to taking bodies off the ground. Taking a ride through the vortex. Any of you stop me? Unlikely.
In his new film, Glenn Rothman.
Lovely segue. Thank you. He's directed it. It's a directorial debut, which I'm always excited about when actors like direct a film.
Yes, you can get into the nitty gritty with him about the directorial process.
Yeah.
And I'll just wait for the food stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's your prerogative.
But interesting game.
Yeah.
He plays in this film
Yeah.
part of the family business.
Yeah.
Alan Cumming is in this film.
Yeah.
But they run a whiskey distillery. The family business is a whiskey distillery, which is a drink.
Which is the drink, and this is the food podcast.
Yeah.
So will he choose whiskey as his dream drink?
Human flesh and whiskey.
My
sure he does that.
beautiful void nexus is
Say human flesh and whiskey, and then do that.
Pretty sure he doesn't. Glenn Rothman comes out in UK cinemas this Friday.
17th of April.
17th of April. It comes out.
We'll ask more about that. Get to speak to Brian more about that.
Yes.
If, of course, he hasn't said the secret ingredient by then, and then we'll have to kick him out.
We will have to check
restaurant.
it out.
And this week, the secret ingredient is boar.
Or Succession.
Maybe specifically if he wants to eat it on the floor.
Yes. Four on the floor.
Boar on the floor, one of the most iconic scenes from Succession, which is, let's face it, a series of iconic scenes.
It's iconic scene after iconic scene.
Crucial.
coming down.
That's good writing.
Yeah. That's what I struggle with sometimes when I'm writing.
Yeah.
Sure, I write iconic scenes.
That's the thing with us stand-up, man.
Yeah.
We write all these routines,
Iconic scenes are cool.
which is iconic scenes.
Yeah.
And then we have to, like, put them together in a show.
Yeah.
But then you sit down and write a script.
Yeah.
That approach doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Just go from that idea to that idea willy-nilly.
Yeah.
You really appreciate the people who write Succession.
Yeah.
They really know what they're doing.
Yes.
Let's move
I'm
on.
going to ask him a lot about films and tell him what he's been in.
Give me a break.
I tell him he's been in so much stuff. Mother.
60 seconds and got a ways to go.
There's a new one coming out.
Really?
And this is on YouTube as well. You're probably watching this on YouTube if you are watching it on YouTube or you're listening to it. Why not watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. Why don't do both?
Yeah.
See which one you like the best.
If you are
Seconds
just
to the
listening to
next
this,
ring.
you do want to watch it. James got a new T-shirt on that I like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is fresh on today.
Fresh tea, baby.
Saw something similar.
I don't think ever say that. As a man, never say you're wearing something Paul Mescal was wearing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because A, you sound like a little bitch, and B, no one looks like Paul Mescal apart from Paul Mescal
I look pretty similar to him.
because of your lovely appearance.
Half the squad's
Well,
left.
that's in the post. I'm definitely gonna do that.
Well, you should dress more and more like Paul Mescal every episode.
What like him and sitting there.
Yeah, until the inevitable Irish accent.
Yeah, but I'll never do like the exercise or anything or get buff.
No.
I was gonna dress exactly like him and do the voice.
Yeah. We got to get him back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasting menu for Paul. If you're listening, Paul.
Tasting menu for you, Paul, and don't be shocked when you arrive.
All right. Love a fresh start.
Not done yet, Dad. This is fun.
replicator. Dropping in. Getting shot at. Reloading. I'm recharging my shields.
Through there. Copy that.
Enemy track.
Arcs are out. Ring's just a little further. 45 on the clock.
Tracker dart out.
Got a fallback set. Down to 30 seconds. Ring's just a little further. Target over there.
Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore.
We're outside
Tracking
the
an enemy.
range, but the
The
fun
ambush begins.
happens inside. Taking fire. There.
Oh, new supplies dropping.
Charging on
I
my
could use more
shield.
stuff. There's a new kill. Huh. What?
Care package over there.
Fox 3.
Hit an opponent. Reloading.
Care package over there. Solid copy.
Tracker dart out.
My void nexus is
Target there.
yours. Wanna beg me for another? Sure.
Enemy there. Bogey right
Ready to
here.
gather in. Arc star out.
Recklessly, huh? I like that.
Tracker set.
Coming down. Still have a minute to mess around. We've got that.
Fortunately, radar shows the ring's close.
Tracker out. A tra poco. Closing in 30. Amici.
Keeping an eye out. Under fire. Recharging shields. 10 seconds and the ring's just ahead. Alert 5, Valkyrie on station. We are go for burn. 10 seconds and the ring's just ahead.
Too aggressive? Oh, I keep forgetting
James is going to be dressed exactly like you.
But in which film? Gladiator. Gladiator 2.
This is the on-menu menu. Brian Cox,
The actor and director.
Welcome, Brian, to the Dream Restaurant.
Well, well, so far it's nice to be here.
Welcome, Brian Cox, to the Dream Restaurant. We've been expecting you for some time.
Can you say that again in English, please?
Welcome, Brian Cox, to the Dream Restaurant. We've been expecting you for some
Oh,
time.
I see. Okay, fine.
James is a genie, so he's welcoming you to the Dream Restaurant.
All right. Well, do you rub them up the wrong way?
I rubbed him up the wrong way, yeah.
Yes, it's always good to rub the genie up the wrong way, because then he can shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Feel free to swear, by the way.
Oh, I can swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone loves
I
it when
never
you
used
swear.
to swear until I did this TV show, and it's.
Jump drive in position. Enemy down. You're the thing. Recharge your machine. We're already inside the next ring. There better be some good loot around here. Whole squad down.
Accidenti. I need to find more ammo. I'm almost out.
Evo harvesters are now available. For VIPs only.
I hope you had expensive taste.
Weapons fully enhanced. Nothing stopping Salvo's middle finger now.
Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
They won't stand a chance against you, beautiful. Marvelous news. We're in the next ring. Healing up.
Upgraded. Uplifted. Boom. Tracker set.
Weapons fully enhanced. Nothing stopping Salvo's middle finger now. To the thing. Recharging my shields. I'm crafting. Beauty takes time.
New kill leader appointed.
Crafting. Un momento, per favore.
We have a new kill leader. I can't wait to meet them. Healing up. Thought of it every day. Crofton, hang on a moment.
Got an enhanced weapon. Ready to use it.
Oi, go in there. Lovely idea.
Sending out a tracker dart.
That's nice of you. Thanks. Kia ora.
Attention. kill leader has been eliminated.
Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Eyes up far note. Got a target over there.
Optics here. Close range. Tracker out.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Oh, I want that. Per favore.
Attention, there is a new kill leader.
New kill leader? Interesting. Oi, go in there. Sing.
Tracker out. A tra poco.
Could be now telling everybody to fuck off on a regular basis.
And people love it, right?
People want me to tell them to fuck off, and it's the easiest thing to say. And they come up to me and say, "Can you tell me to fuck off? Fuck off!" And they go, "Oh no, wait, no, you've got to fuck off now. Fuck off."
Do they ever interrupt you while you're trying to enjoy a meal?
No, I wouldn't let them near me. No. I have strict instructions to restaurateurs to not allow anybody in them. It's like the worst time was when you come out of the. Like I went to the theatre to see this. Oh God, what's the play called? I can't remember the title of it, but it was brilliant with Rosalind Shanks at the Wyndham's last night. It was really excellent play, really great play. But you come out and all these. You know, whether could you sign this? Could you sign the next one? You know, you don't know. You could be signing a check for all you know. A lot of money to come at you. Just don't. And yesterday I finally had to turn around and said, "Will you just all fuck off?" And they go, they're like rats. They scamper away.
But delighted as well.
Delighted
They
at
got
the
the
same
fuck
time.
off, yeah.
People shout poppadoms or bread at me
Oh,
and stuff like that because of this podcast. Do people shout fuck off at you?
no,
No.
because it wouldn't be. It would be more than the last one.
Too scared.
Yes, because I have a lot of equipment around me.
You just directed.
Yeah.
I,
Very
You
often.
have.
Like, it's
That-
very exciting. I love it when actors like step into the director's
Well,
chair.
I never expected to do it. I mean, it was the last thing in the world that I thought about. I mean, I've acted for 65 years. This is my 65th year.
Wow.
Of acting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm dreading it, but anyway, go. So anyway, so I've never really bothered about any of that. And then finally, my friend Neil Zyger came up and he said, David Ashton, who I've been doing, because I love the radio. The radio is my passion, you know. That's the great thing about coming back here, because they still do radio and they still have radio drama. You know, if you two have a problem, you should get yourself a BBC drama rep, because I'm sure you could do very well. Anyway, just giving you advice.
You think you're tough? Try fighting in 6 inches. Let's find something good. Enemy there.
There's a mark out there in the distance.
Enemy over there.
I wonder what they found. Knocked up. We have a mobile respawn beacon. First blood. That was quick.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Check it out. Pick it up. Next ring's far. Enemy's position is still at map. Non c'è di che.
White. Far range. We have 1 minute.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online.
We've got 45 before the ring closes, and a lot of ground to cover. I broke an opponent's shield. Recharging my shield. Cover me.
Wait, let's go. Actually, no. I spy an enemy.
Tracker dart out.
Enemy here. We're all outside the ring, and the wall of death is coming our way. Broken enemy shield. I'm down.
Advice for the future.
Thank you. We'll take it. Yeah.
Keep it coming.
But no, it's the radio is great. So he wrote this series called McCleavey, which I've done for 20 years, David Ashton, and then he wrote the script, and then Neil Zagger said, and you're directing it. And I said, what do you mean I'm directing it? He said, no, you're directing it. You're going to direct it. I said, well, that's the first time I've heard about it. He said, no, you're directing this film. So I said, well, okay, I'll direct a film. But it was tough, but I loved it in the end, because I realized that so much of what goes on in cinema, especially with it's all about directors and their concepts. And I can't fucking stand concepts, quite frankly. I want them to go and take their concept and shove it up there, you know what. But most of the time. But with somebody who just comes and does it, and especially when you've got the actors, you just let the actors do the job.
Yeah.
And when you've got people like Shirley Henderson or people like Alan Cumming, you don't have to stand there and tell them what to do, because they know what to do.
Yeah.
Let them do it. But I think too many times we're all James Cameron bound, and it has to be plastic, but plastic that moves pretty well. But you know what I mean.
Now, we're going to ask you a lot about food. You
Go
said
ahead.
you had listened to the podcast, but you have a few notes for us.
Yeah, I just think it's a wee bit bourgeois.
Yeah.
I really do think you're talking to a sort of middle class converted, or even people who haven't quite made middle class, who think, oh, this is another program I can listen to. about food.
Aspirational.
Yeah, someone's out there. They're far.
thrusters are now available.
45 seconds and it's bomb. Yes, I am taking fire, friends. Cover me. Bring it here. Go faster. Recharging shields.
A trail wants to engaging. Let us catch them on the way.
No bueno.
Taking a moment to recharge my shield.
Enough, we're not alone. The ring's moving, friends. I got some bad guys here.
Hide in the old I will assist you.
Broke that enemy shield. Enemy down. Giving my shield a recharge.
As on the
Killed the
good
last
of
member.
upgrades await me. Care package up. Taking a moment to heal.
Nice.
22 and 40. Let us catch them unaware. Yes, this upgrade will do nicely.
What? Go faster. My
I've almost
weapon's cooler
exhausted
now
my ammo.
because it's
I must find
enhanced.
more.
Giving my shields a recharge. Sweet. This baby's looking even deadlier.
My weapon has been enhanced. Now we hunt. here. Marking our surroundings. A lead to our enemy. Let us follow it.
Myself.
Less than 1 minute. The ring is not far. Make it here.
Setting up a zipline. Thank you. 30 seconds remain. The ring is nearby. Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am. The ring's close. 10 seconds. Hustle right here.
Food aspiration. So I'm going to talk about what it was like in the 50s, about when you were, I was a child of the 50s. So I remember rationing.
Yeah.
I remember when I did my sweetie ration, and my dad was a grocer, ironically. So I remember that there was everything, and that's actually the interesting tradition about Scotland, is food is on hand. You have to. There are things that you, of course, prepare, but basically, it's what you've got. You deal with what you have, and that's why porridge and oats has been the biggest thing. I mean, they used to keep porridge. Actually, in the old days, they would keep porridge in drawers so you could cut it and serve it, preheat it up.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't think it'd be a very nice way to eat porridge, but they did that in the past.
So it was just ready to go.
Ready to go. So it was a ready meal. They baked it, kept it in a drawer, and then you cut your slave, add your hot water, and there it was. And then usually they recommended, well, always it was honey, because there was never any sugar, so honey was a very healthy aspect of it. And the food really fundamentally was a quite healthy food in that sense. In the same way that, for instance, like the lunch that we would get, but that was the other thing. Lunch is a completely English concept. because we don't have lunch in Scotland. We have dinner, or dinner, or dinner, depending on which side of Scotland you come from. Where I come from, it's dinner. What are you going for your dinner? And the dinner meant that was your lunchtime. But lunch was never. So there was dinner. There was tea time, and there was supper. So you had dinners, tea time, supper. So dinner was a lunch, and that was.
Marking our surroundings. First blood on the enemy. Enemy one there. Reloading. Optics here. Close range.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Taking a moment to heal. I need it. We are inside. Marking our surroundings.
New kill leader appointed.
We are in. I'm taking fire. Taking a moment to recharge my shield.
Evil harvesters are online.
Frag out. Marking our surroundings. A lead to our enemy. Let us follow it. Broken enemy shield. Arc star out. Flag grenade set. Grenade out.
We're inside. I'm under fire. We're already in the next ring. Enemy shield. Enemy down. Enemy killed.
Contact.
Enemy shield cracked. Taking fire.
Our enemies have met their fate. That squad is out.
Care package being delivered.
Stand by for care package.
Healing my wounds. Repairing. Here I go. I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps. My weapon's cooler now because it's enhanced.
package over there.
Marking our surroundings.
Recharging shields.
Shield battery here.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Enemy spotted. Hostile over there.
Frag out. Don't worry, I'm here.
Shut up. Don't let her get me killed.
Did you see how great I was? I did all kinds of really amazing moves. Are you listening?
Would probably be a soup of some kind. Usually a ham broth soup. That was very popular within the working class community. That you got a ham broth and you add vegetables to it and you cooked it up and it was delicious.
Yeah.
You know, it was because it had all the natural ingredients from the bone, from the marrow of the bone, and that was your lunch. Oh, or dinner. Sorry. See, I've got some And then in the evening, you'd have your tea time. And your tea time would be anything, really. Sometimes it was usually bacon, bacon and eggs for tea. Not for breakfast, but for tea. And then supper time was late at night. And then you had your fish and chips. So you had your fish and chips before retiring, which was always a bit odd, but it's true. So, and the great thing where I came in Dundee is all the fish and chip shops were owned by Italians. They were all Italians, so and they had these Italian Scottish accents. So I was a wee boy, I would go in there and I'd be mucking this, and the guy would say, "If you want the fish and the chips, eat the fish and the chips. If you didn't want the fish and the chips, don't muck around with the sat dish," which was the salt dish. I said, sorry. That was the sort of, and it was this kind of accent that you greeted you. So you had the Esposito families, the Soavis, the Del Nevos, the Paccionis, all these Italian families cooking the best ever fish and chips ever.
Wow.
You know, they just had the right amount of batter, the haddocks were just incredible.
Well, we always start with still sparkling water.
See, that's how goes where you get. We always start with still sparkling water because this is such a vital. You mean water with bubbles?
Yeah. Sorry.
Would you like still water or water with bubbles, Brian?
Yeah.
Just water, you know.
Tap.
Well, the problem is nowadays because what they do worse than ever. doesn't realise this now.
Yeah.
Fluoride is terrible. And there's so much there's fluoride in all our water now, and we should stop it. Because fluoride causes the deterioration of the brain. It's one of the things that contributes to Alzheimer's, is fluoride. So you shouldn't drink anything with drink bottled water, but not fluoridated water.
Okay.
Because all the dentist people are going to say that. Because my dentist always gave me fluoride toothpaste, and of course I'm now mentally deficient as a result. Which you can tell by sitting here.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a podcast about the news. You keep talking about food. You keep on asking you about current events. And you keep on talking about dinner. And, like, it's very concerning. I didn't want to attempt the accent. Do you have a preference? So you want fluoride-free water?
Fluoride-free water is very important.
In a bottle?
Yeah, bottled water is.
Do you have a
But Scottish water,
and
famously amazing, right?
Scottish water, but of course they put fluoride into the reservoirs, you know, and it's not good.
Right.
And it was a big thing about the teeth, and you know, your teeth are fast. Even a corpse has good teeth.
The old phrase.
In fact, when you find a skeleton, it usually still has its teeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, skeletons. Say what you want about them.
Fluoride is not a problem.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fluoride and you'll be fine.
We haven't had much fluoride chat on the pod. This is
We
the first...
very rarely have a corpse brought up at this point.
Yeah, actually, it's the earliest someone's brought up a corpse, especially in a positive.
I'm the jump master. No pressure, me. Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system, not a heavy arsenal over here.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown. Attention. First blood.
1 minute until close. Rings nearby.
First blood. And if I have my way, it ain't gonna be the last. Grenade fire. Got 45 till she closes.
No harvesters are now available.
Does this enhanced weapon make me look scarier? I bet it does.
Rings near ads and one close for 30. Evo harvester here. Standard stock here. Level 2.
Grappling.
Backpack here. Level 2.
I can see that the ring's moving on the map. Extended energy mag here. Level 3. I'm trapped. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Smell a rotten egg over there.
Map shows we're spread out. Just passing that info along. Here I go.
Egg over
Got a
yonder.
map here. Bottomless batteries.
Care package needed.
Incoming care package. Loud and clear. Package over there. A new level means it's upgrade time for the killing machine. That's me. I've selected an upgrade.
next ring location. Check your map.
Friends, check your maps.
Looking for sniper optics.
My weapon is enhanced. Neat. Enemy
Yep.
reloading.
Hit an enemy. That X shield is cracked. No one hides from my drill.
New kill leader. Soon to be me.
Shooting at me.
Enemy spotted.
Gives a sec.
Okay.
Recharge a machine.
Okay, cracked an enemy shield. Reloading.
I think this place needs a little more me.
Recharging my shields, Guzzy.
Yeah, I'm getting shot at. Recharging shields. Start shots fired and they're hitting me.
Beginning ring countdown.
Exercise. Reloading.
Throwing arc shot.
Replicator here. Follow me. Recharging shields.
Shot at.
Reloading.
Kids, the ring's closing in 1 minute.
Gives a sec. Recharge my shields.
Shot at. Right here.
The ring is quite far. Giving my shields a recharge. Ready to fly on a zip line.
Wake up, ring's moving. That thing hurts.
Incoming care package. I love loot. Care package over there.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Level 2.
Does this enhanced weapon make me look scarier? I bet it does. Thanks. I got an answer.
Here I go.
Overflow healer.
Dibs.
Enemy. Reloading.
Yeah. Poppadoms or bread? Poppadoms or bread? Brian Cox.
Poppadom.
Poppadom's nice.
Poppadom. I mean, that's the other thing too. That the great thing about growing up is you get experience of other people's food.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. I mean, for instance, where I live now is in Primrose Hill, and there's a wonderful Cypriot restaurant called Lamonia, which I recommend to anybody. It's a Cypriot restaurant, which is Greek, but it's a family restaurant that's been going for nearly 50 years.
Wow.
The people who run it, and the food, the kleftaka is just, they have this lamb shank that they cook all day. It's a slow cooking lamb shank, and it's absolutely delicious. And the other thing is, what's the famous cheese in Greek
Feta?
cheese?
Halloumi?
Halloumi. Never touch it.
You never touch it?
No. The best cheese they have is called saganaki.
Oh, yeah.
Have you tasted saganaki?
I've had saganaki. Yeah.
Saganaki. Have you had saganaki?
No, I've not.
Well, tell us about saganaki.
It's less squeaky than halloumi. It doesn't have the squeak.
Yeah, it doesn't. And
Big
it
tick there.
Bakes very well.
bake and it's hot.
Yeah.
You eat it hot. It's absolutely delicious.
It's got more of a sort of stretch than.
That's
than
right.
halloumi. Yeah, it's delicious.
It's really, really good. Really, really good.
Oh, lovely.
No, so that's very good. And then we have a very good fusion restaurant where they do a lot of stuff. So, you know, your food, that's why I couldn't say, my ideal meal is this. I mean, my ideal meal is the one I eat when I'm hungry.
We are going to force you to give your ideal meal, though, Brian. That is the format.
Yeah, we're naughty boys.
Yeah, we will.
well,
We
I'll give you
understand
that.
it's an annoying question, because if someone asked me what's your dream meal, I'd be like, well, it depends on the day.
Well, so
I like
can
loads
say
of
that.
things. Yeah, no, you can't. Actors have tried this with us in the past, and we know now we're going to have to.
Let's head that way.
Beginning ring countdown.
Come on, let's go. 1 minute until the ring closes. Still got time.
Drawing back the veil. Watch for the new future.
Attention.
The ring is quite far. There is not much time left. There's an ant here. Overflow healing.
Don't drive stuff.
I need that.
I'm here. Over armor.
My thanks. There is an enemy over here. Your veil will fall. Look, enemy over here.
Frag out.
Put away an opponent. Ring.
Grenade! Recharging my shield.
To nail you to the wall, of course.
You want all the dips for the poppadom?
Yeah, I love poppadom. I mean, I love them. I love chapati and I love poppadoms because the thinner the bread, the more purchase you get. The thicker the bread, it sort of absorbs it too much. You never get that extra thing that you get for me with a chapati or a poppadom.
A dream style.
Sometimes probably I mean, this is different seasons. The ideal soup for me is gazpacho.
Oh. With that cold.
Yeah,
Lovely cold soup.
a lovely cold soup. And it's healthy and it's invigorating and it sets you up. I think gazpacho is a great meal.
But of course, you would think more in the sort of summer season.
Well, yeah, it's more or less a summer thing, but I take it all the year round. I mean, you can get it all the year round nowadays, you know. And some of the gazpachos that you sell as gazpachos are really quite good. They're really quite good.
When you think about your dream restaurant and the dream meal, do you have a particular place in mind?